talk about presentations. Now in business, presentations are a critical tool to have with you. For most of us, a presentation is going in front of an audience and presenting what you have in your mind. It could be an idea, it could be a product. A presentation tends to also have visual aids like slides, use of videos, and today there are a lot of digital support that can help you do a great presentation. Now some of us are experts in presentations. That's because we've been practicing it. Some of us dread going in front of a group of people and talking to them. But we all know if you practice, a great presentation is going to come handy at moments that you least expect. And that's one of the greatest tools you have to be able to convince a larger group of people on a point that you have to share. Now, when you're thinking of presentation skills, you got to focus on the hygiene factors, such as your eye contact, such as your gestures, your postures. Of course, the words you use. So these are standard work that needs to be done to improve your presentation. So please take some online help. Most of you are smart enough to get the self-help to improve your basic presentation skills. But how do you convert your basic presentation into a sales presentation? Well, when you speak, you're focused on selling, convincing people to change your behavior, change an attitude, or even finally purchase a product. And we look around, the Zen master who's been doing this is undoubtedly none other than Steve Jobs. And all his presentations today are available online for you to start learning. So we got a great benchmark close to all of us in our generation. So let's learn from Steve, the founder of Apple, but importantly a great sales presenter. There are many learnings from Steve Jobs' style of presentation. And we use a model called the Magic 8, the 8 principles of a great presentation. So if you take a quick look at the 8, number 1, every presentation done by Steve Jobs will have a theme. Never go in front of an audience without a theme. And a theme should be exciting, engaging, so the people in front of you are interested to stay for the next couple of minutes to see how the theme unfolds like a great movie. A group of people in front of you who's got other things to do also need to know what content is getting covered at this presentation. So please be clear on what you plan to talk about, but put that content in headings that helps them engage and be excited to look forward to what's unfolding. Of course, in a presentation, you got to have enthusiasm. If you're not enthusiastic, your audience is not going to be enthusiastic. So the use of the right type of words, expressions, like great, like fantastic, are always good tips for your presentation to be an exciting presentation. Steve Jobs also focuses on creating a memorable moment. After these 8 or 10 minutes of you speaking, what would people remember end of the day? Of course, he works for Apple. He's got exciting products to show you. But you might be working for a logistics company which is selling a service. Or you might be working for a digital marketing company. What is that moment that you're going to create that is memorable? What about a bank who's trying to talk about their credit cards? Are you going to bring a credit card and cut it by half? Are you going to relate something that has happened in the recent past that is shocking? What's that memorable moment? And further on your presentation, there are a few more things to focus on. The use of data. Numbers are a big magnet for an audience. So present your numbers in a meaningful manner that people understand. Example, if you're presenting the number of people today are health conscious in this country, you got to share a number. But if you can show how that number is the amount of people that can fit into a car, into 100 cars of people are going to remember that point that you made. So make your data meaningful. Needless to talk about the need for visual aids. Your slides have to be visual. Use videos, make it visual. One of the other important competencies of a great presenter is storytelling. Bring a story to the table. As kids, we love stories. Every religion is built around stories. So learn to tell great stories. And finally, one of the tips we've all learned from Steve Jobs is that one more thing, where you hold back your best point, the point you want people to take home, to be shared at the end of the presentation. In fact, when everybody thinks the presentation is over, you are now bringing the one more thing and you say, there's one more thing. And that's a lovely little trick, one would say, a tip that could use. So think about the 8 steps, the magic 8, when you're doing the next presentation. Remember, start with a theme and have a great presentation. To watch more videos from Snipexx, click the subscribe button below.